Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the next episode of The 100. This is season 6, episode 5, titled The Gospel of Josephine. So, last time we kind of we saw what was really happening here. And I guess, I don't know if we were supposed to catch on before that, but throughout this entire time, well, at least ever since episode 3 onward, I guess I was kind of confused because I'm not sure if they did the flashback in episode 3 or they did that in episode 2, but we saw like hundreds of years ago, there was the family that first discovered this and named it Sanctum, Josephine, her parents. So apparently, after all that, hundreds of years ago, they're still around. And I guess I kind of knew what was going on. Kind of. At least my brain maybe did, but I didn't want to say it. I was like, no, that sounds too dumb. But apparently they did it. It feels like we've had bizarre storylines on the show already. Allie, AI, the City of Light, like that. We've dealt with this type of bizarre storytelling before, and while I was a fan, technically, of the City of Light at first, I mean, the storyline kind of petered out towards the end, but I like it, kind of, but I'm not sure if we kind of got everything we needed out of that reveal at the end, because while it was kind of neat to see someone else inside Clark's body, and we kind of knew Josephine and her little characteristic of twirling the hair, just because the dad kind of hammered it home. It's like, hey, you, stop twirling your hair. And I'm not sure if I kind of pointed that out. I was like, huh. And when I first saw that flash, I was like, there has to be some reason why they're doing that. There has to be some sort of connection or eureka moment that we're going to find out somewhere down the line. It's like, oh, someone's twirling their hair. That must be her. So it was smart in a way to set that up, but also it feels kind of because I feel like we could have had more flashbacks, more time to get to know these characters, and then when the time comes, we can figure it out on our own without having the show being like twirling the hair and dad being like, oh, Josephine, you and you're twirling the hair. It's like, oh, okay, that's Josephine. It's like, oh, okay, they're putting bodies or souls or consciousness into other vessels, hosts, whatever. So I'm interested. Kind of sort of I'm iffy. I'm on the fence about where the story goes from here. But I am definitely not a fan of the relationships that are happening right now, such as Jordan and Princess Girl. Then there's Raven and Captor Guy, Shaw 2.0. Then there's no, that's Octavia and Shaw 2.0. Raven is what's Raven doing? Raven's kind of depressed, right? She's with Clark. I don't know. We'll just hop in, have a good time, see what's going on. But I think the best part is going to be learning how this is possible. The body swapping is kind of like at the sunken place. Is Clark still in her body? Just like in the sunken place, kind of like in Get Out. But Josephine's kind of like at the wheel, like pulling levers and like in control, but Clark's kind of just like stuck there. Or is Clark like in a jar somewhere? You know what I mean? I don't know. Let's just hop in, have a good time, find out. But before I do, I want to remind you guys, Patreon, full length, uncut, unedited reactions, as well as early access to everything else you see here on the channel, as well as exclusive reactions. So if any of that interests you, hop on over to Patreon. Of course, if you can't support me on over there, you can always support me right here on YouTube. All you gotta do is like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Now let's stop talking, hop in, have a good time, discuss it afterwards. All right, guys, here we go. I kind of like how they're doing recaps now, just because there's a lot going on.
It's late. What's the emergency?
Rose was killed, but Jade returned with your family.
Oh, thank God.
First, tell us the truth.
There's a rumor that you and your family were running away when you went up to the Earthship.
That's ridiculous. Who told you this?
I did.
What?
You would take the word of a stranger over me?
It's Josephine.
What's the matter, Lily? You don't recognize your best friend?
Josephine?
Surprise. I heard that you were the one to find my last body after my
So they're
father
just
fell.
bad people?
I was protecting Sanctum from you.
So am I. This face I saw before I fell. Now we're even.
I mean, I guess over hundreds of years, maybe she would turn into a killer. I don't know. This does feel a little weird. Where was Josephine before this? I feel like we need another flashback episode. Maybe this is it?
Hey,
You didn't sleep, did you?
I never do my first night back?
We have to talk about Kaylee.
Ugh, no, we don't. A couple of decades on ice. It'll teach him a lesson.
Okay.
The people from Earth? How many of them are hosts?
We don't know.
That's what you're going to find out.
Oh, no. No way.
Josie,
Did you ask them nicely? In the 6 years that I was on ice, not one single host was born. Not one.
We're not talking about oblation again. Those are our people, human beings, not a herd of cattle to be culled.
Blah-de-blah. Tell me something. Did this Ferrari I'm wearing consent to giving up her body?
it was now or maybe never. Do not make us regret that decision.
These people are dangerous, Josie. If they find out we killed Clark, they will burn this world down.
Wait, what?
Just like their last one.
Clark is dead. No, the fuck she's not.
Redeem yourself for losing Rose. Protect your prime as if all our lives depend on it. As they do.
Something happened in that reliquary. It's like she doesn't even know me.
She'll come around.
Yeah, that and like maybe don't get flowers for a one-night stand.
Like, if they don't immediately pick up that Clark isn't Clark.
Clark. Oh. Maddie, can I please go to school today? I
Isn't?
don't see why not.
Really?
We talked about this. Apparently, people with blood like mine are a target. The Primes insisted.
Nem be like more Mary Gavin ki ko nam level kiro kamay. Ufam te kam nila rea.
Everything okay?
Yeah, fine. Where are the others?
This is dumb. I kind of like it.
Let's get you to school.
Oh.
Should be fine.
Chill out.
What?
Nothing. Happiness looks good on you. I take it you had fun with the doctor?
Killian. Yeah. Let's just say it'll be a while until he recovers.
Oh. He's like, damn, Echo doesn't give it to me like that.
Thank you for changing your mind. Why did you change your mind?
I feel like this is not a smart move by Josephine.
I hold you in, Clark.
Interesting language. English lexical source. Maybe a Creole via pigeon stage. Come on, I know where the mother is.
Those are definitely words. Yeah, like I feel like Gaia's gonna figure it out.
Gaia, slow down. Maddie will be fine.
It's not Maddie, it's Clark.
Can I get you guys anything else?
Ma'am, can I ask you something? What happened to Delilah last night?
Our little girl became one with the Primes. I miss her too. Priya's return blesses us all.
Hallowed be her name or whatever. Jesus. Jordan got his dick wet once and is now like blinded by love. Love, quote unquote, like he knows a damn thing what love is.
Happened between you and Priya, but
Delilah. It happened between me and Delilah.
Yeah. The season's starting to lose me, guys.
I know you think you need to protect us all because you couldn't protect Octavia. But I can take care of myself.
No, you can't. You're a loudmouth fuck. What is this?
I had him! Did you? He let us in so we'd have to go on foot. So we're doing what he wants?
Ooh, watch out!
Where the hell is this stuff?
Call it your crucible. The harder you fight, the faster you die.
Son of a bitch.
What? if I walk ahead, or if I look ahead and I see the ground slightly like not stable, I'm not running onto it.
Clark.
Hey!
She hasn't slept in 2 days.
I want to save Marcus. Is there something wrong with that?
You go. I'll talk to her.
Hey, Mom.
It's better late than never.
The hell?
Propaganda on a eugenics project. Purifying of the bloodline. And you thought what we did in Becca's lab was bad? I mean, that woman was a monster.
What?
Or a visionary? What? Why are you writing with your right hand? Clark, are you feeling okay?
What? Do we know Clark is left-handed?
Here, the Lanhudia robolacera. This guy metabolizes urea and creatine. Look, it says so right there.
Right, deflect.
That's good. Go get Jackson, please.
This is like Smallville levels of cheesy. Like, everyone's gonna act dumb, can't figure out that something's obviously wrong with Clark.
I've been asking around. Apparently this whole thing's built on top of cave systems. Bubs start to freak out, party goes underground.
Right, so we find our own cave system. Raven builds us a radiation shield.
Raven builds us everything we need. We're saying this out loud.
400 of us.
Rose is being offered to the woods.
What? What do you mean offer to the woods? Like, they feed her to something?
Seriously, take Jordan and we'll get his mind off of being dumb. Where is Jordan anyway?
Who cares? Like, anyone watches him.
I think I know where he is. Come on.
Okay, just go inside, Josie. That Murphy is kind of cute.
I was gonna say, it's like, what's the next cheesy plot point gonna be? And where's the Mori? Keep forgetting everyone's like split up.
You gotta be kidding me.
Now, why is this just available?
Jordan, we know you're in here. What the hell are you doing?
What you would have done?
They worship Nightbloods. I'd like to understand why that is.
This is Sanctum's holiest place. You shouldn't be here.
The mark of the flame.
These are people, not cheap skeletons from Party City.
They're all commanders.
There's 12 of them. Why would they take kids?
Look over here. It's like Scooby-Doo. The wall turns. They need better security here. I mean, for as high-tech as this lab is, tell me the way to get through here is just to push the wall.
Still think I'm overreacting?
Okay, let's think this through. Becca created the flame after Apocalypse 1.
Mm-hmm.
They're not commanders.
Right, so what the hell are they?
Let's find out.
Why don't you taught him how to hack too? It's my kind of parenting.
No hacking needed.
Because the show wanted another Monty on the show.
Eureka, try that.
Here we go again. Today's subject is Brooke. Earth Embryo 47 presents with black blood. Do it!
To do what? What are they doing?
For God's sake, give her a sedative! Can't. Full consciousness is crucial.
Oh my god, Delilah. Girl I knew for like a night.
Did we just watch someone die?
Heart rate and breathing normal. Lower brain function still intact. The body's ready.
If they really did kill Clark like that, that's gonna be... I mean, I assume Clark's in a chip somewhere, and they're gonna put her back.
So is that...
Alright, we're flashing back. Cool.
Josephine, can you hear me?
Sanctum is mine.
Right.
Josie, no, it's okay. You're safe. You're safe now. Okay, just breathe.
Gabriel?
How does she know that? Like, is there like some way you can like sense it's them?
This is real.
Oh, this time? So they've been trying this. Okay.
Spent the last 25 years trying to bring you back.
Oh. 25 years.
The eclipse. I was right.
Yes, you would.
My memory drives. That's brilliant.
Sure.
Congratulations, Dr. Santiago. You've conquered death.
The key is a fully developed brain. Now, we still have loads of tests to run, but so far, Josie's consciousness, herself, appears to be whole. Eureka.
They're immortal.
They murdered Delilah.
It's not murder if they go willingly.
Did that girl look willing to you?
Manipulating people into believing they were sacrificing themselves to some false gods. Maddie. I have to get her.
Maddie.
I'll go with you.
So what do? What? They just let the bodies decompose and rot until there's nothing but a skeleton left, and they prop them up, and why?
Would you like to know why your brother left you out here to die?
He's a piece of shit asshole.
Whatever you think you know about me, you don't.
You know that the more you struggle, the deeper you sink, and you can't help it. He's studying us from the trees. That's why he told us not to struggle.
I don't see anything.
And you will as soon as I give up this gun. I need to know. Do you want to die? Just say the word and I put you out of our misery.
You think you can scare me? Do it.
Damn.
You can turn it around. Everybody hates you right now, so what? Talk to me when your face is in the history books next to the worst people that have ever lived.
And out he comes. Right on cue.
Like the gray.
Don't tell him anything. The minute you do, he'll leave us here and die.
Suit yourself, but I can guarantee you, I can wait longer than you.
What's wrong?
They got into the lab. They know everything.
And it only took 4 episodes. Or 5, I guess.
Dad, I'm tired, but I hope you know this doesn't end well. Either they find out who I am and kill me before burning Sanctum to the ground, or we body snatch more of them and kill the rest so they don't burn Sanctum to the ground.
Either way, this season is ending with Sanctum being burned to the ground. I told you we shouldn't have jumped the line and brought Josephine back.
I agree with John. I don't like who they are either, but we need them to survive.
They're murderers, brainwashing them into believing they're gods.
Jordan, you're sitting at a table full of murderers. Probably worse than these people are.
It's a scientist who made herself a nightblood in a lab, the same way Abby did to Clark.
We can make them. Oh my god.
I know what you did.
Bad idea.
Is everything okay here? How can you be okay?
I know you miss Delilah. Hallowed be her name.
Hallowed be her name.
But she's happy, Jordan. She wants you to know that.
Jackpot, follow me.
Clark,
Everything okay?
flush him off. I gaffin chit you up solo. Come now.
Give us a minute.
Where are we going?
What's wrong?
How are we on different sides of this?
From what I've seen, these people are happy.
I see their face there. Come carry on. I done rip clean on a flash bar, not on a reflector.
Why are we talking like this all of a sudden?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that last phrase?
You're not Clark.
Nice to meet you.
I only need one of you.
Okay, here's the deal. I'm gonna talk after you die to save myself. So what are you really accomplishing?
She gets a hero's death, but if your silence helps the wrong side, are you still a hero? So who's the villain?
I'm gonna say you since you kidnap little kids. But feel free to prove me wrong and toss me that rope.
Smart.
Save your baby!
He's like, alright. Fuck you. What is this?
I'll be back for
Jesus. How do you hide from that?
Octavia.
Did it harden?
want to live after all. He's getting away.
You really don't think that I know the truth? You want to know why I want to save Marcus? It's because he's good and true. And he deserves to live.
Yeah.
You and me. We stood by Blood Raina, and Marcus was the only one who tried to stop it.
I was just doing my job.
Where are you going? I thought you said the mother is the key.
And if we're gonna win, I need a better coach.
Alright, Murphy's gonna immediately know something's wrong as soon as Clark starts hitting on him, right? Hey, John.
Any fear thoughts?
I thought you hated me.
Something from my time.
What?
Yes. Let me convince you that we should leave paradise and take our chances in hell.
Why would I leave my home? That's
Yeah.
Fill in the blanks, John. Okay, before you freak out and raise your voice, I have a question for you.
Do you want to live forever?
You're not Clark.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Clark's dead.
Bullshit. She's not dead.
How would you like to be immortal too?
I'm listening.
Anyways. Alright, guys, so that was 100, season 6, episode 5, titled The Gospel of Josephine. On the one hand, I feel like the showrunners got some sort of edict or something passed down from the top that said, you guys are making the show too dark. So no more darkness. We need more cheesiness, more sex, more just whatever. More CW gloss. Just paint over it with CW stuff. And here's what we got. I mean, we still have like characters that are carried over from the previous, that continue to have that edge to them, like Octavia and Dioza. Dioza's continuing to rise the ranks, at least in terms of some of my favorite side characters, and that's only because the rest of them are just kind of like, I don't know, they're just kind of like doing nothing really. I mean, for this episode, we didn't see Raven, Amori, and Echo, because I guess through a line of dialogue they said they're off trying to figure out a way to build a shield, because the plan is they feel like they can't live here forever, which makes sense. They want to build their own little outpost or community, and they need their own shield. They need their own whatever cave system, so they can avoid the bugs or whatever the hell. So I get that, but the body snatching thing it's weird. It's still weird, but I kind of like it because it's just cheesy and it makes no sense that characters can't figure out that something's wrong with certain main characters. Like, we know these people. We've known them for years. You know, so it's weird how they just can't immediately put together. It's like, what's wrong with Clark? We're on a planet where radiation turns people crazy and Clark's acting weird. Oh well, must be nothing. What? I would immediately restrain her. I'd be like, yo, Clark, what's going on? And then all of a sudden we're just like talking, what's the language? Grounder language again? For no reason. I mean, I get that we want to do that to like talk in secret or whatever, but like, what? It's just, it feels like we only talk like this deliberately because we want to like show the audience, or at least try to like pull them into this feeling of, oh my god, is he gonna find out? Even in reality, they don't really talk like that outside of situations like this because they want you to feel a certain type of way. But when Bellamy's like talking like grounder talk, and then he's like, huh? He's like, you're not Clark. That shit is just, it was so cheesy. I loved it. But tell me Clark's not dead. I mean, the show has done some shitty things. Like has done some shitty, you know, they've had some shitty story decisions. This would definitely take the cake if Clark is actually dead. I'm assuming she's not. I'm assuming she's on the disc somewhere, and they're going to put her back into her body by the end of the season or something. I doubt she's dead. If she is, that'd be some balls on the CW. I'll say that much. It's like we want to keep the actor, but the character of Clark, we're just gonna have her be Josephine. Could you imagine if that's why people don't like the final 2 seasons of The 100? Because I always keep hearing that The 100's so good, but it ends so horribly. Could you imagine if all the characters we've learned to grow and love with, and figure out who they are and just appreciate who they are, and by the end of it all, they're all just jumping bodies, and it's like, what? Could you imagine if the next season is literally Clark isn't Clark, Bellamy isn't Bellamy, Octavia isn't Octavia, they're all like the Primes or something? Could you imagine if that's where the show goes? That'd be hilariously bad. But I'd be in for it. I'd be willing to watch. But overall, the Prime story, the families, all that, the hallowed be her name thing, it's okay. But Jordan, I feel like Jordan's just an impossible character to like. That's just me personally. He's written so poorly. Like, he doesn't feel like a real character. It feels like he's just Monty 2.0. Like, like undeservedly so. Like, he hacks things, he gets into places, he can pull pretty girls even though he has no social interaction with anything. So it's like, and then he's like emotionally attached to this girl that he's known for like a day, and he's like, you guys are murderers, even though everybody I've heard about from my parents are all murderers. It's like, Monty is a murderer. He helped figure out a way to shut down Mount Weather. So Monty is just as bad as Clark and Bellamy, who pulled the fucking lever. You know what I mean? So, whatever. The writing is always going to be inconsistent. It is what it is. But when they have characters like Jordan just go so just all in on the poor writing, it's just it makes it impossible to like. So, I don't really know what else to say though, but it's getting interesting because it's the schlockiness is taking over. It's not as serious anymore, which is fine, I guess. We've had a lot of doom and gloom and a lot of kids dying in the street and like suffering and torture and whatever. So I guess it's time to kind of embrace the cheesy side of things. So it is what it is. It's solid. We'll see what goes on in the next episode. But yeah, I think I'm just going to end it there. All right, guys. If you guys enjoyed my review, enjoyed my reaction, you guys want to see this episode with me in its entirety, the options available to you right now over on Patreon. Links in the description down below or pinned in the top comment. If you can't support me on Patreon, you can always support me right here on YouTube. All you got to do is like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Now I'm going to get out of here. I'll catch you guys next time in the next episode of The 100, Season 6, Episode 6. Until then, adios, guys.
And if you liked what you saw, tell your friends, tell your family, tweet about it. And if you didn't like it, shut the fuck up.